Hello beautiful souls, my name is Azura and I love reading tarot. I have felt really called to come in and start a YouTube channel again. I started a couple of years ago and just felt called to start reading some more. So without further ado, I've got two piles for us today. We have Mending and Higher Power. And today's intention was really just to check in with the collective, do a check-in on what's going on. It seems like there's a lot of things that have been transiting, that have been coming up for us. It seems like it's just been a big time of change. So if you feel called to any of these piles, please stick around and see what the message is. All right. Hey, pile number one. Welcome. How are you doing today? If you've chosen this card, you have chosen the Mending. So let's get some more cards out here. Apocalypse. Vision. All right, from the Wild Archetype deck, you have Apocalypse, the Vision, and the Prayer. Let's see if I can slide that over there. I have a couple of initial thoughts, but I'm going to get a couple more cards out here so we can get to the bottom of this. You have Devotion, Appreciation, you have Saturn in Libra with Devotion, you have the Moon in Leo with Appreciation, you have a lot of birds here, and then you have Mercury and Pisces with Inspiration. Got it. Interesting. So, some of the first things that are kind of coming to mind is it seems like there's been like a big, I almost want to say there's like a big tower moment with Apocalypse, and like, or something like broke before in the past. Whoa. Yeah, and this came out as reversed. So it really feels like you are moving past an energy of like a tower moment. I think this was like something in like, it had to break so that you could get this new vision. And it's something that's like a lot more aligned with your spiritual work or like your spiritual path more so. I feel like you're moving towards an energy, towards like you want to be, like there's almost maybe like a project involved. I need to get a couple more cards out for that. But I do feel like there's something about you might have been feeling underappreciated. And you are now like moving into an energy of like creation. Get some tarot cards out. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Let's see if I can adjust this so we can make this more visible. Okay, you have a conjunction with alliance in reverse and expand. So it almost, I feel like you're kind of moving, this looks a little chaotic. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so the first thing that's coming to my mind is there was this break. Seems like it really like showed you a perspective about like something about who you could be, how you're gonna create something, and you're entering, one chapter is closing and you're entering another one. It seems like you're gonna start, mending something. I feel like you're gonna, yeah, and she's like, in this picture, she is sewing and like creating almost with someone. I almost like, the first thing that I want to say is like, it's almost like your inner child. Like I feel like there's something that's like more joy is coming back in. Something that you're like connecting something to your roots that makes you feel more whole inside. I see you becoming more inspired. I see you getting this vision, and it's like, I almost feel like you're like, I don't know necessarily how to birth this, but I'm expanding, and I feel like that's something with the prayer. Like, this is something that is aligned. I'm not entirely sure if you know exactly how to get to the next step, but you are definitely expanding into this beautiful art. It seems very artsy. It seems very creative. So, yeah. So it kind of starts with this, the Nine of Wands is, I mean, look, it kind of seems like there's like a piece of you that was maybe, you're broken. Like, it seems like you were wounded or something like that. But despite this, it almost feels like you made a choice to like be in union. It looks like a celebration. It could be a wedding. It could be there was like some other exciting something or other coming on. It almost feels like I'm not entirely sure if you're conscious, like, or that you were feeling some kind of like wound or something like that. But it seems like there was like a lot of stuff going on. You might have started a partnership and this kind of like wounding got left behind. And it was like very hard to balance this new relationship or partner, something social. I almost feel like it was like a big energy that was coming up. Maybe like a wedding, maybe someone else's wedding. Almost like it's like too big that it was like taking up, like there wasn't a lot of time to do wound work or like looking at your shadows in that. And I feel like that was kind of like swept away, and it kind of left you feeling, now that we're kind of post that, I think you're kind of like coming back to, I feel like the colors here, you know, you have the Nine of Wands, you have the Ten of Wands. You're coming back to that energy of that wounding, but this time, especially with the Ten of Wands next to the World card, it's like there's a huge element of this is karmically coming to an end. These are coming out so that you can expand. I feel like there's a new thing being born here. Something that's going to, like, something that you can devote yourself to. Something that people are going to appreciate you on, and something that also inspires you. So it feels like a triple whammy. And I feel like it's kind of funny with the Three of Cups here. It's like, I think that was a part of the story, that there was some kind of like big event that went on maybe a couple months ago or recently. This kind of feels like the past, like, and now you're kind of reevaluating back to, you know, you might have been doing shadow work, or you might have had a clue earlier on, but it's circling back here. And I feel like the real celebration, not the one that was like the hoopla, is coming back here soon, like because of this ending. I feel like there's a mix of, I'm not entirely sure, like it's almost like you know that a new thing has started. However, the door to that, or like it's not entirely figured out. It's kind of a weird energy to explain. But, oh my gosh, and there's like a torch there. So like you have the world card and you have a torch, like setting the world on fire. I think you have like a spark. You have something that, you have some kind of passion or some kind of creativity that's coming through you. And it's something that I don't think you've done really before. You're new at this. The Page of Wands is that Wands represents fire. It's this, you have this like spark, this passion, this this thing that's gonna deepen. It's like a deepening of the layer of who you are and who you are meant to become. That's really powerful. I love the way that these cards, because you have all the wands here and they're all green, and it kind of ties through like your process of how you got there and where you're at now. I will say, so first of all, I mean, congratulations on, this had to be hard. This had to be really a lot of energy, almost confusing. And I think you're kind of getting back to the track of like, nope, this is something that I am like visualizing. You're getting to a point of mending. With the conjunction with Alliance in reverse, I also wonder if there was something about like with your friendships or the people that you worked with, like you weren't allowing yourself to fully, you almost were shrinking. It seems like you would like take whatever they'd say and like hold it in, and that would be like what went. And I think maybe there's a little bit of aspects, and I almost want to pull a couple more cards on that. Is like, is that something that's still blocked? Because, you know, it's currently the only thing that's in reverse right now, other than here at the storyline with the Two of Pentacles reversed. But I feel like there was a lot of like shrinking or just like allowing other people's opinions to like be your own. And now I feel like maybe somewhere where we're going is, okay. Where we're going is something that's more, literally the card took the word from me, sustainable. I love how that happens. Yeah. Oh my gosh, and you have the sun source. Okay. So this process that you're going through, it seems like it's the shedding. It's centered around like, how is this going to be something that's more sustainable? How are you going to be able to tend to this energy and harness like your soul, like harness like actually what's on the inside to go outward and expand? Ooh, that's really, that's juicy. I did have this card, and I'm just gonna take it. Came out a little bit earlier, but it's the Hierophant in reverse. And I wonder if there's like attempts to be made, because you also have the prayer. So I wonder if there's like some kind of block that's going on with communication, or like you might be receiving information, or like your ancestors, spirit guides, angels, might be wanting to communicate with you, but it's being blocked. Let's get some more information on that. Oh, I think this is the problem right here. There's something about, I think this is like a perspective. Yeah, all right, okay. Okay, so to me, it's starting, I'm kind of starting to see that there's this thing of like, you are on the path, you can see where you want to go, you're starting it, you know, you have the Page of Wands, it's like that spark of energy, it's new, it's brand new, and, you know, I think there's questions of like, where do I go next, or what's happening with me right now? And this is kind of, I'm going to take this as like it's pointing towards the area you need to work with, or the energies that you need to work with in order to, because you have the Fool in reverse. So this is kind of telling me like, here is your block in and of itself. So it seems like, so you have Justice reversed, you have the Four of Wands reversed, which is like, this is the happily ever after card. This is like your dream, right? This is your manifestation. There's a vision, you know, like, and it's upside down right now with Justice and the Fool. It feels like there's some kind of, maybe you feel unfairness, victim mentality, something around lack, scarcity, like you did this to me, or justice wasn't served, or something around that area. And like that energy in and of itself, or like somebody took something that took your dream away, and that kind of energy, it's like asking for a reframe. Like that energy is like, okay, maybe like, did that happen in divine timing? Is that actually like, you know, is that point of reference fair and just? And I think for some of you it's like there was something that happened. I think for others of you is like, maybe your mind has like played like this over and over, and like this is now like something that you're playing the victim of. Because there's a difference between being a victim and playing the victim. The victim is something happens to you, but what you do about that is more important than what actually happened to you. And for some of you, I feel like there's this idea of, you took my dreams away and therefore I can't have them. And I think Spirit is guiding you, like the Queen of Swords is saying, cut that away, see the clarity. This thing is holding you in the loop. It needs you to believe that in order for it to survive. And you're being asked to expand beyond that. So it's asking you for a new perspective. I said something earlier about all the birds and stuff, and I've been doing some studies with tarot, and you know, I've been really in love with tarot. And the thing that I've learned with whenever I see birds in a reading, and this is how I take it, is there's another perspective being asked. I mean, look, like here's a bird, birds up here. There's like just a high prevalence of just birds over and over. I feel like there's a new perspective. You need to cut away the old, and so that this journey can be righted. Yeah. Because you are starting something, but if you don't address this, someone did something to me and therefore I can't. If you don't address, it's like a shadow and it wants to stay. If you don't address this and bring clarity to it, the journey is going to be stifled a little bit. I'm really curious to see where are we trying to go? Like there's this beautiful like initiation here, and it's something that's a little bit more aligned. So I'm gonna ask okay, I have a couple of questions. I want to address the Hierophant in reverse because that did just kind of come out of nowhere. And I also want to address like, where are we going? Like, what is kind of like what you're like moving towards? And then we'll get some guidance. So with regards to the Hierophant in reverse, we have Mars with motion that's reversed. So it's like this is like stopping the journey almost. Wow. It's red. There's something like with the colors here that are like very much like, you know, she's wearing red. Like this is also the answer. Like it's like, and before it was like this green. I don't know. It seems like it's like you gotta switch. I don't know if there's something about colors. My one friend was talking earlier today and she was like, I need to find my yellow. And like to her, that was like her happiness, like her freedom, like something that represented her. So I wonder, I don't know if that's gonna resonate, but that I am seeing like a big thing. Okay, you have a fork in the road, reversed. I almost wanna see if I'll get the book out and read this. Oh, and you have new life. Oh my gosh, okay. You're right there. I feel like there's this energy needs to be addressed. This is super powerful. Let's take this. I'm gonna read Fork in the Road. Wow. You've come as far as you can on this part of your journey, and now you're faced with a choice. Inherent in this choice is the need for change, for evolution, and for a bettering of your circumstances. Narrow it down to a single question. What do I need to become, and what do I need to believe in order to live a life of prosperity? Answer honestly from the heart. Then the decision about which way to go will be effortless. Know that abundance is all around you. Choose to see it, and it will be easier to settle on a direction, for the way will be made clear by your intuition, which knows how to steer you towards your well-being. Wow. Indecision is extremely frustrating and will lead to anxiety, loss, and confusion. At this juncture, you can't remain in place without losing your way altogether. Avoid the tendency to let others choose for you. Yeah, like that's the conjunction reverse. Allow the tendency to let others choose for you, which amounts to a subtle refusal to take responsibility. Don't give your power away, not even to this oracle. By not making a choice, you are making a choice for which you must be accountable. If that choice leads to undesirable circumstances, take heart. Spirit never tires of giving you second chances. You can always start again once you've learned this valuable lesson. Wow. You're on the brink of a new life. There's the choice. I wonder if that's why maybe you're not receiving messages, because you're not choosing to move forward. There's no motion here. Gosh, I love it when tarot comes together like that. That's so fun. Okay. So now I want to know, can I know more about the choice? Ace of Cups. Eight of Coins. That's so funny. I was literally thinking of the Eight of Coins. The Knight of Wands in reverse. Yep, that movement. Oh, yeah. The Ten of Swords. The Emperor. Oh, and the Queen of Coins. Okay. Okay. The word that keeps coming to my head when I look at the Ace of Cups and I'm thinking about this is embodiment. I wonder if in the past you've overridden like other people's opinions of you or opinions over what you felt. And it's saying this is an opportunity to work on embody, like, and like it's almost like you're creating empowerment in a way. Like the Eight of Pentacles is like you're working hard on something and you're working on your craft. And so I think there's something about like the way to mend, since that was your significator card, is mending your mind with your heart. And there's like an intuition piece in this. It's like your intuition wants to be turned up. Maybe that's why the Hierophant was in reverse. This has certainly stirred you. This is certainly confusing. It feels as like, what's my new stability, right? Because we have the Emperor later. I feel like this is a very like almost tumultuous time for you. And yeah, I feel like this is like, you're not able to move forward because of the fact that like you need to work on this intuition. Wow. Yeah. Knight of Wands reversed. Yeah, we're stopping the motion. The motion's been stopped right now. And it feels really heavy, but you're really close. It's not like there's this whole road of whatever. I mean, and this is, of course you're gonna be progressing on this path, but like right now it's like the thing to start that forward motion again is becoming in tune with your, working on your intuition, working on, maybe even for some of you, it's like how you feel about something. I think you're like used to like being told like, this is how you feel, or like this is the group's mentality, so this is how we feel. And I think there's this like embodiment of like, no, this is how I feel. This is what I think. This is where I'm at. And taking a critical step there. That is going to start like in the Emperor. It's like, it's the fire again. It's like, that's gonna initiate the fire. The Emperor represents Aries. I mean, you have the ram here. And it's red again. Like there's something about red. There's like a two-tonality of it. It's like, it's the very thing that like, it's almost like the very thing that's hurting you, like because it's just a lot, and there's like something about it that just like, ugh. But it's also your freedom. I mean, look at like the red, Mars in motion. You also had the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords there was like your whole, like the point of like getting clear. Like, I think that it's like the thing that hurts the most, but also the thing that is going to get you to find new ground, to find new stability. Oh man. This isn't gonna be easy, but it's gonna be worth it, I'll tell you that. And a part of that too is, oh yeah, you are breaking into a new shell, pile number one. This is really beautiful. So by stepping in and embodying and taking accountability, maybe it's like Saturn energy here, and like owning your opinion, your feeling, communicating that, it's going to start to give a sense, like the Queen of Pentacles reversed here. I feel like it's gonna be a very, like internally, Queen of Coins to me, she embodies sustainability, right? Where does the freaking sustainability card? Here it is. You know, she tends to the land. She is able to run this thing, run her prosperity. You know, I'm in this case now, I'm thinking of farm, or, her children, or tending to that. And, out of that becomes abundance. I feel like this is going to be an internal shift for you, because now you're communicating in a different way with yourself, and one that is more tending. Like, and sometimes, reversals can be taken as, oh, it's a negative thing, or like she's blocked. In this one, like the Queen of Coins, they like, the queens embody the internal world already, but I'm seeing this as like, with her being reversed, I think it is like a truly deeply internal sense of being able to sustain, being able to have stability, and feeling like you'll know your way because you're allowing the communication from intuition, which is also where you'll hear, whispers of maybe your ancestors. I also feel like this is where you're going to be getting like your greatest sparks of creativity. And once you like see the power in that and see like how it makes you feel, there's gonna be no stopping you there. Wow. Okay, any final guidance for that? Any final guidance? You can do this, pile number one. I have all of the faith in you. I see the sun. I see it being something so beautiful. See that? That's even shiny, like stars. There's yellow. Oh, choice, versatility, choice. Friendship. And last but not least, flexible again. And this card came with it. Why? Ooh, okay, all right, here we go. Whatever this choice is that you want to take, whether you're feeling like you're being the victim, whether you feel like this injustice, or like we're going back to that shadow aspect of it, it is saying like, you might have like, maybe there's this like sense of rigidity of like, you have flexible twice and they're doing the same, they're doing the same thing in the cards, two different decks. That's so insane. I love it when tarot does that. There's another way, there's another perspective. It's asking you to be less rigid and see the different options of how you can go about this. Because that's gonna make the choice better. Like it's gonna give you a different opportunity to make a different choice. To be able to, you have to come to a different perspective here in order to make that choice from your highest good. Like seriously, flexibility for sure. I see another another aspect of this. I know that it's like friendship, and so like the first thing I want to talk about is like friends and like external, but I think this is deeply personal at this stage right now. Especially with the moon in Cancer, it's like it's giving like underworld, like it's giving like, and the moon is ruled by Cancer. So I feel like there's like pieces of maybe like your younger self, your inner child that is like exiled, or there might be parts of you that are in the shadows, left out, casted out. Maybe that's where you feel the guilt, or maybe that's where you feel like the justice, something in your life where you felt like that might be relating to something back when you were younger. And like, it's now become a way of like how you operate because of that pain. So I'm wondering if, oh look, the bird again, looking at a different perspective. I think you need to pull up a chair, shed light. You have a lot of light here. You have light here, this is light. Pull up a chair, invite it in, and see, really analyze that hurt. That'll give you flexibility. Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. I feel like it's like going back into your picture book with why? Why did this happen? How did I get here? There's light there. Oh yay, you've got a nice soul journey, pile number one. I'm really excited for you. Thank you so much for being a part of this reading, and I will catch you in the next one. Hello, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. If you've chosen this pile, then welcome. You have chosen higher power. I love it because there's a key. There's a keyhole here. And it's like almost like I'm getting like locked to your mind. There's messages. Oh, there's something that like wants to be unlocked maybe. I'm super excited for your reading. All right, let's get some oracle cards out. So today I chose this reading on just checking in with the collective. It's been a long time since I've been reintegrated with the tarot world, and I'm coming back onto my channel after a long hiatus. And I just wanted to check in and see if there was any advice and see what Spirit has in store for you guys, or advice or anything that's going on. So let's get some more cards out. Okay, you have Generosity with Saturn and Leo. You have Mars in Aquarius with Rebellion. It's like sword to the mind. And you have Jupiter in Sagittarius with Principle. Off the rip, I feel like it's like this guy kind of looks like, I don't know, like Plato to me. He looks like I see the like Pope hat. This is like a higher up. Let's get some more cards on that. You have Earth's Heart. I can't quite remember. And you have the Uncreated. I think I'm going to read those two in a little bit. All right. Let's get a couple of oracle cards out here. Okay. We have Time to Go, Peace, and Unfinished Symphony. Can you see that? Let's see here. You have the 9th house with Exploration. Wow. This feels very, there was Sagittarius in the last one. Oh, and you have Partnership. With Juno. Okay. As I read this, like, I'm struggling, like, I don't necessarily quite have this, like, I don't have quite the full story yet. Like, usually with this many cards out, I can kind of get something, but it does feel like there's, like, up in the air-ness to this. There's this, like, unfinished symphony. It's like music is in the air. We're in the clouds here. There's more clouds. I feel like this is, like, swords energy. Like, even here, it's like you're still in the cloud. There's something about maybe you're up in the air or in the mental energy or something. And I think Earth's Heart, like, is a reminder of being something physical. The 9th house with Exploration is, oh, like maybe there's like this journey? Yeah, like with Time to Go. Oh, see, even like Higher Powers has this cloud. It's like something with the mind. I feel like there's something with the mind and you're exploring something new that you might tap into. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, let's get some tarot cards out because that's gonna help me figure out more of the story here. Really interesting energy. Wow. Okay, you have the 6 of Wands. You have the, oh, I'm gonna Let's see if I can. Okay, and we'll give one more. Okay. Wow. All right. So this does have, okay, so I know we have Juno with partnership here. I also think like it's very close to the Two of Cups here. So there is something to do with, there's themes around generosity, right? Because you have the Saturn and Leo with generosity up here. You also have the Six of Pentacles reversed. You have a lot of Pentacles here. You have the Four of Pentacles reversed. There's something to do with, okay, so well, surprise card. I didn't even know that was there. King of Cups, okay. There has to do with something that you won, a mental battle that you won. I think you might be coming off of a time of really good winning energy, but now there's something to, you're being called for more. I mean, look, you have time to go, you have higher power, like spirit's calling you on a higher path, right? So I was thinking, I'm like, why do I feel like it's like Aristotle? Why do I feel like it's like Plato? It's like, it's Aquarius. There's a part of you that has to do with, you have a sense of like, I almost feel like you're gonna be able to bring in information to the world. And you're like in this like celebratory mode, but you're being called to go forward into more. It seems like now the themes of this is there's definitely something about generosity. Are you giving? There is like connection here with giving and making peace with that. I think something happened with a mental aspect of it. Things went down, or like you think something happened, like it's like the sword to the head, you know? It's like thinking energy. And saying we're like going, like there's like a little portal here, you know? Like this is asking you to, this concept about like generosity, and it's like asking you to revisit. It's like, okay, you just won something, you are, you know, you've been in this nice period of everything has been nice, but now it's time to move forward into a new era. And there's parts of you, of this like symphony that's asking to be unlocked that will bring more peace. See, look, she has like a star, and then there's like an unlock key. I don't know if you can see that. Here. So there's something in your mind that is asking to be unlocked that will bring you more peace. And it's asking you to explore that. I almost feel like there's like something to do with like a scarcity, or like I think like you're being guided to go towards being in a more generous energy. Like in the past, you've maybe been in a poverty mindset, and it's asking you to work on this. Actually, but this isn't a better thing. Like I think like you actually might be in a better area or time because of something that might have just happened. To review what greediness means, or let go of the things that you felt you've had to hold on to and keep. I think it will be very beneficial to do some kind of mind exploration, meditation, and something like that to keep you on this way. Yeah, and it keeps coming back to there's something about what you can give, what you can bring to the world. And maybe that will either enhance a relationship that you've already had, or call in a partnership. It could be, this looks a little bit more romantic perhaps, but I think that there's something about, there might be something like that's lacking a poverty mindset within you, or where you think things are scarce. Anywhere there's scarcity mindset or fear, it's asking you how you can fill your cup up to not feel that anymore, and be able to maybe feel more generous or give more to the community. I just see you giving. There's this piece of you that feels like it can't give in this moment. I think identifying this will help bring in partnerships and business partnerships, but I also see a romantic relationship. Actually, more so romantic than I see really business, but to make you more inviting. I think it'll also make you more feel at peace about this. Or just in general, that you're gonna feel a lot more like the waves have calmed. I wanna read these two here, because I wanna see if I can get a little bit better insight of what's going on here. Amidst our phenomenal scientific pursuits, we have yet to journey to the core of the earth. We can only suppose what is there. Such is the mystery of the Kavaram Tarot card. It is related to the archetypal image of the cave and the fourth chakra located at the heart. This card appears when there is something blossoming deep within that requires our attention, our attending to. It could be a new love, a way of serving others, or an offering to the planet and its resources. Yeah! Maybe it's even something with love. It has something to do with, it's asking for you to put eyes on it. Go and look. Because, and I think this has a lot to do with love. For most of you, I think that this has a lot to do with love. In alchemical texts, Kavaram Tarot roughly translates to Earth is the true heart. The journey of discovery will take you through many layers, slowly revealing her gifts. This is proof of Earth's longing to provide, to teach. You've already felt the pulse of Earth's heart. Now is the time to listen, to be a student of her wisdom. Wow. Man, I love tarot. Depth, pulse, buried treasure down underneath there. Oh my gosh, yay. I can't wait to see what this next is. Oh my gosh, okay. The uncreated. The unconceived, the seed of the seed. There was a time when everyone you know was not yet born, when every city was yet to be named, when your favorite song was yet to be sung. Such is the energy of Increatum. This card indicates the subtle but profound force that summons all that will be into existence. This most sacred of formulas cannot be manufactured, contained, bought, or sold. It is the pure intelligence of creation, pulsing at the door of reality. Its timing is precise, and it's happening now. Do not delay. Send an invitation to the uncreated. Allow it to formulate and gestate. Soon a sketch, a map, or a name will draw itself upon your mind. That's kind of what this looks like too. I think you just need to ask. Wow. Do not delay. I'm saying that again. It's being very profound of like this. Act on this. Go. This is your sign. Please. It will bring you peace. It's time to go within. It's time to go down. Okay, I see. Envision and believe. The architecture of the future is within you. All ground is fertile. Life begets life. When this card appears, it is a potent time to create and conceive. Even if you feel you are starting from scratch, begin anyway. So I have a strong feeling that this is a relationship inside, and it might be bridging the gaps, or, you know, I think that like by doing this like initial step work of looking in and looking at like where you want to be generous, like where you lack, what has stopped you from being generous, where maybe you might not want to give, it's asking about that. I want to get some more cards out here. Oh, it's so funny. Milk and honey. I want to get some more cards out just to kind of see some guidance. Community. We'll read the protection card on that. And yeah, this one is kind of an interesting energy. I haven't really felt anything like this, but yeah, I'm curious about the relationship, like if it's growing. There's something stalling it. I think that's you, yeah, not going within. Deep going within. Oh, it's emotional. I think there's something that has to do with like, you maybe have wanted to walk away from it. It might have felt scary. It's dark down there. But by doing so, it will revive your, oh, okay, it's like grief that wants to be moved. It feels like this emotional energy of something that might have happened in the past is blocking your ability to create more. Like there was like a rebellion. Like, yeah, it seems like there was like a fight. Or you were just rebelling against this ideal. I see a lot of the sun and the moon. I feel like you're very, even like the moon here, there's the moon and the sun, like in these partnerships. Maybe there's like something about like the sun to your moon. I feel like maybe you guys are more moon energy, or it's definitely asking you to go within. Oh my gosh, okay. And then you have the Page of Coins in reverse with the King of Swords. Okay. By doing this work, by assessing the energy, by looking at the emotional aspect of what happened from this divide, it's not only going to spark like you to be able to be more creative, the sludge energy, right? And I see you as like the Page of Coins right now. It's like the start of something, the start of a new reality, like a start of your new work. You're planting the seeds, right? Like this was the uncreated, but you haven't done that yet, which is why it's reversed. But once you do, look at this. Honestly, he's holding this ball that has something sprouted. So this is you in the future soon, you making up your mind to be able to do this. And also too, by initiating this, you will be sparking the inner, it's like you have a lot of king energy, right? You being able to master some more parts of things that have been hard because of this wound that's been going on. And more importantly, I do want to say, because you have the King of Cups, you have the King of Swords, and the King of Wands. There is this mastery energy here. When you start planting these things, it'll be completely new, but it's stopped for now. And it can be really fast. You just need to look in. There's just this brief, and that's kind of the message for pile one. Pile one was a little different, but it did have this thing of an initiation step. So if you resonate with the idea of an initiation step, maybe go back and look at pile one. It is different. I do see that there's this, if doing this step is going to be the start of you being able to find your mastery. And things will start, symphony will start coming into your life. Like this is kind of the thing that's like, when this said the unfinished symphony, it's like hanging in the ether. It's like not in real life yet, but it wants to be. So this is like in your head. Like you want to have a relationship. You can't really manifest that because of this energy. There's stuff that's in the air. It's like asking you to embody it. That makes a lot of sense with Chiron and Taurus. Okay, yeah, so I want to read these two specifically too. I love reading them because I feel like it's like, you know, I'm piecing parts together, but I also love being able to like add other words in. There is only one authentic you. This version of yourself is Spirit's emissary in the world. When you're in alignment with the truth that you are a unique expression of the divine, your ego can rest and your soul can illuminate your purpose. Now is the time when you're seeking your true north. When you find this direction, you automatically step into prosperity. Look at all the kings, yeah. And the world brings you evidence of abundance. Miracles are a choice and a way of seeing the world. With every choice you make now, you have the potential to seize good fortune. Well, oh yeah, generosity. Okay, that makes more sense, yeah. With every choice you make right now, you have the potential to seize good fortune and embrace your destiny. Opportunities will lead you to your best life now. Be open to them. You're getting a sweet taste of what you want. And then we'll do the protection message for community. Okay, here is some guidance. Beware of compromising your integrity in order to belong. How do you dim your light or change yourself so others will accept you in the group? Do you hide who you really are in order to play a role within the larger whole? This will never fulfill you. Now is the time to assess your willingness to be real. Stand tall. Be you. Authenticity is true self-expression and the only way to empower yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself and step into the role your heart tells you to take. Making yourself small bears too high of a cost. Yeah. Yep. Almost even further, have agreed. Something in this experience, there is a shadow there. Please go look at it. You know, it's like that might have like kind of convinced you or like made you okay with being small, and you are meant for more. They want you to be happy. They want you to be fulfilled. Be you. It's time to work on being you. So, because when you are the most you, now you're not pretending and you have more to give, and you'll get more abundance because of it. And maybe that's where the generosity of it all is you will be able to find this more generous person of you because you took the time to find that within yourself. And you might even be an example of others. This is beautiful. Well, pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading. Thank you so much for stopping on by. I look forward to reading more for you soon, and yeah, I hope that this was a great experience for you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you later. Bye.